This is a common day seen in everyday school systems. Children daydreaming, thinking about cars, ice cream, their pets, or video games. Teachers get frustrated due to the lack of attention shown by the students and the lack of dedication. Parents are frustrated as well. They can't get their children to do their homework, and they have to fight them in order to accomplish their work. Introducing the World Explorer 2, an interactive video game set to increase attentiveness to schoolwork. These students are excited to learn now and ready to tackle the everyday challenges. Success of the students in school has risen exponentially. The goal of the World Explorer 2 is to tackle the challenges of everyday education systems. Currently, there's a lack of interest by students in education. There are few learning styles, as well as uniform learning speeds and different styles in the education system. There's a lack of personalization. This is what the game hopes to do. The target audience for the video game is from 5th to 8th grade students that need an alternative form of learning in order to function at their highest learning capabilities. Let's start. Students, teachers, and parents can all enter their username and login information here at the login screen. Upon logging in, it sends them to their user profile. Students and users of the game will have this same profile. They'll have power-ups, performance, and friends all displayed at the login screen, as well as questions, messages, and back buttons, and a user profile picture. Now let's start. You click the big red play button to begin. It sends you to a map of the world. Different continents and areas are highlighted here. For example, if a student was interested in studying and learning about Europe, they could click the Europe tag. It then zooms into the continent where they can click a country or area they'd like to study or learn more about. For instance, if we want to learn more about Italy, click Italy. It then zooms in again and displays the cities in the area. Clicking Rome will take us there. Here's a bird's eye view of Rome, specifically the Colosseum. If a student was interested in learning more about the Arch of Constantine, which is shown here on the bottom left, they then click on that and it'll take them to a street level view of the arch with information displayed about the arch. It explains some information here, minor bits, and as the user would walk around it would explain more and more. If the user wants to learn a lot more about this, they can then click the More tab, which will take them to an external hyperlink, which will open an in-game web browser and explain more about that site. Now, we do see the Colosseum in the background here. If we want to click on that to learn more about that, that can happen as well. Clicking on that will then move you over there where you can see information about the Colosseum. As seen before, the More tab again appears, so then you can learn more about the Colosseum. An interesting feature about our video game is that we incorporate the Talk to a Local feature. If users want to talk to other users that are from this area and have particular experiences, they can talk to a local by clicking on this tab. It will call up a local resident or someone from this area who has an expertise in, say, Rome, for instance, and you can discuss with them whatever you're inquiring about. Now let's go back. And here's, again, the bird's eye view of Rome. If we wanted to go back again, and back again, and back again, and back again, it takes us back to the user profile. And the easier way to do that would have been to click the home button, but just showing how the back button functions work. If we again want to play, we can select, for example, another country, North America, or another continent, and then North America zooms in, and we can now pick from cities or countries. We're going to pick San Francisco, for example, which then we were taken to the Golden Gate Bridge, a very common monument of San Francisco. Again, images are displayed, or information is displayed about the bridge. You can also notice here that in the top left corner there's home, profile, camera, and earn points buttons. These buttons all are incorporated in the game. The home button will take you back to your home, and profile back to profile. The camera button allows the users to take snapshots that they can then save on their computer and share with friends or post to Facebook or Twitter and just document their experiences, just like in the real world. The Earn Points tab allows users to answer questions about the area that they're at and earn more points to be used in the online in-game shop. Let's go back. Now go home. As shown before, we have power-ups. Using these power-ups is where you can use your points. The points earned from answering questions and succeeding in-game are used here. You have various transportation methods as well as house and clothes all used that can be purchased by the user. Performance shows the relationship between students and fellow classmates. The bottom horse-like scenario shows the ranking and general path that the students are currently on, as well as visible graphical data. The Friends tab is used to keep in contact with your friends. It shows all the friends that you currently have, and then you can send messages to them as well, as highlighted here with Kim Candy. Another aspect of our game is the obvious importance in learning. When you click on a city or an area, it gives you the option to learn about a specific subject. Clicking on the Subjects tab takes you to this. Currently we have implemented history, geography, physics, and sports different learning activities. If a student particularly want to learn about one of these areas, they can click it and it will take them to a location within the city where they can learn about this particular subject matter. For example, if we want to learn about physics, clicking the Physics tab would then take us to a tennis court, where it depicts a scene of a tennis ball being hit over by a player and being weighted on by another. At this scene, the game then indicates and provides information about the physics of the game. It shows here a 4 meter per second velocity of the tennis ball going downward towards the player. It then gives you that it's 30 degrees from the X and Y coordinate frames, and then prompts a question. It asks what's the velocity in the X and Y direction. The user is then prompted to answer, but if they do not know or need a little help, they can click on the Hint tab, which then will come up with a hint and hopefully help the user on. If the user is then still struggling, they can click on this for more information and hopefully delve back into the topic and relearn it. But say now we're ready to input our answer. We type it in, and if we're confident, we hit submit. Congratulations will be displayed, and this is now showing the accomplishment of this task. Overall, the World 2 provides a very unique experience. It provides free roaming capabilities to allow students to learn at their own pace and explore areas of their interest. It employs a variety of learning styles, from visual, auditory, to many others. There are teacher and parent supervision via teacher and parent accounts, as well as rewards and competition to entice students to learn. There's learning with friends. They can explore the world as a group and share their experiences. There's global interaction by contacting locals and interacting with people that they might not know. And it also drives student exploration and creativity. All of these factors come together to create the successful experience, the World 2.